Leonardo DiCaprio is often regarded as one of the most influential and recognizable figures in Hollywood, yet beneath the surface of his stardom lies a man deeply committed to preserving his privacy. For an actor who has achieved global recognition and adoration, maintaining such a balance is no small feat. In an interview with Time after being named Entertainer of the Year, DiCaprio elaborated on his philosophy, emphasizing that managing his public exposure has been a lifelong process. "It's been a balance I've been managing my whole adult life," he shared. "And still I'm not an expert. I think my simple philosophy is only get out there and do something when you have something to say, or you have something to show for it. Otherwise, just disappear as much as you possibly can." This succinct principle, while simple on the surface, has profoundly influenced how DiCaprio navigates his professional and personal life. In an industry that thrives on visibility, celebrity, and constant media scrutiny, choosing when to engage and when to retreat is a form of self-preservation. DiCaprio's approach is a deliberate one. He understands that longevity in Hollywood is not just about talent, but also about timing, discretion, and the careful management of one's public persona. By consciously limiting his exposure, he has been able to sustain a decades-long career, avoiding the pitfalls that often derail the trajectory of even the most promising stars. DiCaprio's strategy for a long and fulfilling career is rooted in simplicity. Avoid unnecessary public appearances. As he explains, "I was like, okay, how do I have a long career? Because I love what I do and I feel like the best way to have a long career is to get out of people's face." This avoidance is not a sign of reclusiveness or disdain for fans and media. Rather, it reflects a deep understanding of the pressures fame can bring. By selectively appearing in public only when he has work to promote or meaningful commentary to offer, DiCaprio ensures that his presence carries weight and significance. The Academy Award-winning actor's careful management of public appearances also explains why he often chooses to cover his face when attending events. From high-profile weddings to casual outings, DiCaprio has been photographed wearing hats or other disguises to shield himself from the paparazzi. A notable example occurred during the widely covered marriage of Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez earlier this year, where DiCaprio attended but took deliberate steps to maintain privacy. While some might interpret such measures as aloofness, for DiCaprio, these small actions are a crucial part of maintaining autonomy over his own life. They allow him to experience public events on his own terms, rather than as a constant target for cameras and speculation. DiCaprio's careful management of his public persona is particularly remarkable given the intensity of the fame he experienced at a young age. He catapulted to international stardom with his role in Titanic, a film released in 1997 that became a cultural phenomenon. The sudden attention was unprecedented, and DiCaprio has openly discussed the shock of such overwhelming fame. Reflecting on the experience, he revealed, "Before Titanic, I had no conception of what any of that meant. It was shocking. People said, 'Do you realize how big a movie this is?' I said, 'Yeah, it's big, it's a big movie.'" The phenomenon of Titanic not only transformed DiCaprio's career but also his approach to public life. He went from being a relatively private actor to one of the most photographed and scrutinized people on the planet almost overnight. The fame was intoxicating, yet also intrusive, as every action, every appearance, and even casual interactions became fodder for media coverage. The experience underscored the importance of cultivating strategies for privacy and discretion, lessons that would shape his career decisions in the years to come. In managing fame, DiCaprio has often opted for subtlety over spectacle. Unlike some of his peers, he avoids constant engagement with social media, refrains from public feuds, and selectively attends events that align with his professional or personal values. This careful curation allows him to focus on his craft, choosing projects based on artistic merit rather than media visibility. By prioritizing work over publicity, DiCaprio maintains a sense of normalcy and grounding that is rare among Hollywood A-listers. Moreover, DiCaprio's understanding of privacy extends beyond his own well-being to the people around him. He is known for protecting friends, family, and collaborators from the intrusive glare of public scrutiny. By creating a buffer between his personal life and the media, he ensures that the focus remains on his work rather than on tabloid narratives. This approach is evident in his selective choice of interviews, red carpet appearances, and public engagements. Each appearance is calculated, intentional, and meaningful, rather than performed out of obligation or expectation. DiCaprio's philosophy is not merely a personal preference but a strategic approach to career longevity. Hollywood is notorious for its fleeting attention, and many actors experience early success only to be consumed by the pressures of fame. DiCaprio's method of careful engagement has allowed him to remain relevant and respected across multiple decades, consistently delivering performances that resonate both critically and commercially. His choices underscore the idea that controlling one's narrative, even through absence, is a powerful tool in maintaining influence and respect within the entertainment industry. The actor's private nature also complements his environmental activism, philanthropy, and other off-screen endeavors. By limiting public appearances, DiCaprio can devote more energy to causes he cares deeply about, from climate change initiatives to humanitarian work. This balance between career activism and personal life exemplifies a thoughtful approach to celebrity, one that leverages fame to make a difference while safeguarding personal well-being. DiCaprio's understanding of fame's impact on privacy is deeply informed by experience. In interviews over the years, he has discussed the emotional toll that comes with relentless media attention. Paparazzi pursuit, intrusive photographs, and public speculation can be overwhelming, even for someone seasoned in the industry. By creating intentional boundaries, DiCaprio shields himself from unnecessary stress and distraction, allowing him to focus on what truly matters: his craft, his family, and his personal growth. Another dimension of DiCaprio's approach is his humility. Despite being one of the most bankable actors in the world, he often refrains from self-aggrandizement or excessive public commentary. His interviews are measured, thoughtful, and rarely sensationalized. This restraint not only preserves his privacy but also reinforces his reputation as a serious, dedicated artist rather than a celebrity seeking attention for its own sake. The strategy of selective visibility has been particularly important in an era where social media amplifies celebrity exposure. Unlike actors who constantly broadcast their lives, DiCaprio chooses moments that are professionally or personally significant. This not only enhances the impact of his appearances but also allows him to maintain a sense of agency over his public persona. By engaging selectively, he avoids the pitfalls of overexposure and maintains the mystique that has long surrounded his persona.